Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Los Trades. Kind of wanted to give everybody an update on what has currently happened with my Forex funds phase 2 of the 5K challenge. So, unfortunately, your boy fumbled the bag. um, yeah, I fumbled the bag, honestly. And it sucks. It really does suck to have to admit that I was doing so well and I just completely um, took a left turn and you know I wasn't able to get what I was hoping to get. But I took some time off to back test. I even redid my playbook, as you guys can see. Like I have it right here. I'm currently working on it. Um, and this is so just so you guys know, this isn't the group with Ice Cube. Okay, even though I know it's NWA, it's not that. It's or from forgot Jeremy Cash. It's not. I'm not trying to rip off the NWA or NBA strategy either. Like this for me, the reason why I call it the NWA uh playbook, right, is because for me this stands never work again. Now, granted, like I'm working a lot, like I wake up at 7 in the morning, right? And I'm looking at the market and from 7 to 11 a.m. I'm focused on either back testing, verifying, trading live, and then at 11 I'm done. From 11 to like 1 I go and hit the gym. When I come back I have food and I go to work at 3 p.m. I'm at work at 3 p.m. So from 3 p.m. to 11, uh, you know, that's my workout. So I'm definitely working a lot, and I'm even being honest with myself. I know I'm definitely gonna be working a lot, especially once I go full time, because there's work to be done. But for me, this is just so meaningful because never working again is never working again for somebody else, Like I don't want to have to clock in and clock out. Like no, I want to be able to wake up and know that I made a certain amount of money through my own efforts. Like I don't want to be limited to this setting. I don't want to be limited to specific vacation time, So that's why I call it never work again. That's my playbook, NWA. And yeah. But yeah, it's like I was going back to the main point. I failed, unfortunately, phase two. Some things that I kind of reflected upon were the fact that I traded when I was tired. I took impulsive trades, revenge trading, and just overall fumbled the bag. I did not stick to my trading plan. I also realized I had to go back and rework on my trading book, or I'm sorry, my playbook, and that's currently what I've been doing right now. I've been working on my playbook, making sure that everything else is correct. And as some of you guys may know, I'm a prophetic student, so these are the setups that I've been learning, and this is me, validating the work. So as you guys can see, like these are trades, and right now what I've been playing with is trying to catch 5 RRs instead of threes. Same thing with my losses, right? I wanted to document them because sometimes the setup is there and I'll still get stopped out. Like for example, right here, right? I had a valid setup, got stopped out, got an inside bar, right? Price gave me another opportunity, and hey, it hit literally 5RR. Right here is a 3RR. So, it's things like that that I've been really just working on right now to make sure that I got all, my valid setups. As you guys can see again right here, my folder. These are what I've been working with. So just trying to get as much data as I can to be able to fill my playbook with high quality setups and having a clear understanding of when I should enter and when I should sit back. So yeah, I'm hoping possibly try the 5K challenge again. Maybe the month of August. That's what I think I'm aiming for. If not, it's gonna be the month of September. I'm not in a rush for this. I've come to finally, I think, thank God, understand that it's not about like the more I rush it, the more mistakes I make. The more mistakes I make, the more frustrated I get. And the more frustrated I get, the harder it becomes to master this skill versus being more accepting of like, okay, it's a process. Like I don't want to rush this. I want to make sure that I take the time to really validate and really get in there and say, okay, these are the clear confluences that must take place. Other words, there is no trade, and I'm okay with that. And also understanding. So another thing that I kind of I take away this from my mentor, because I was also reviewing some of the videos to make sure that I'm doing things correctly. But I want to make sure that my losses are strictly probability off the market and not so much mechanical. I want to get to a point that I reduce my mechanical losses. And mechanical losses mean like entering too early, being impulsive. Like for example, right? This is a good trade right here that I took that it hit the it hit the 5RR for a 50% entry, and it worked off of the 15. Although I don't really like trading the 15, I prefer to hop in my entries on the 5 minute. But, this is a good example of one of my confluences that must happen for me to enter the trade is I need to have a 5 minute break of structure. Now, to some people, a 5 minute break of structure might be, for example, as you guys can see this candle right here, right? So you got consolidation, break, and although it closed below, or I would say, yeah, it closed up below this 5 minute resistance. To some people, this might be valid as a 5 minute break of structure. Well, to me, what I realized, at least the way that I want to trade, is no, I need to have a candle close above it. Other words, I cannot take it. So when this next candle, somebody entered here, stop loss below that low, stopped out. And that's a loss that I would have taken normally. But since I took the time to really like back test, I'm like, okay, I don't want that. I want to have something more like this pin bar. Now this pin bar is just slightly closed above. That's good enough for me. Stop loss below that low, right? 50% entry went up, and look, this right here is also a good confirmation. I probably, if I entered here, I would have got stopped out. It is what it is. That right there is a probability loss for me because I've, based on the data that I've been collecting, if most trades continue going up, but in this case, I would have got stopped out. So, for example, right, if I entered here, I I think I would get stopped out because of spread, even though it didn't. They're kind of aligned. It is what it is, but maybe this is a trade that I need to take 3 trades, right? Because maybe if I didn't take this trade, I waited for this to happen, and then I get stopped out, and then price came down here to this area, right? and maybe it offered me an opportunity, maybe it didn't. Maybe the 15-minute would have been a better, we got a 15-minute break of structure, either catch it at the candle close or the 50% pullback. So my point, I guess, to this long-winded explanation is the only way that we can get sharper in the market is to take the time to study this stuff. Be patient enough to understand it. Like, everybody that is trading, I know for a fact we all have the same desire to escape. I want to escape. I'll be honest, like, I'm tired of going into work, man. Like, I'm currently right now I work as a youth specialist, and I have to deal with teenagers that have a lot of trauma, and it's exhausting. It's very exhausting because it's like I have to deal with your mental health on top of my own mental health, and sometimes there's days that you're like, I just want to go home. I don't want to be here. So it gets very tiring. And this isn't. I've been doing this is my third year now, and I'm so thankful to God that I've stuck to it, because I feel like I'm so close to that goal of mine, to becoming a full-time trader. But I was a janitor too. I worked at a factory. Everything that I've been doing, sacrificing everything, so far to this day, has been with the intention of, one day being able to make this a full-time income. And I will say that, that stress and that eagerness to have it now has it has slowed the process a lot more than it should have been. Looking at other traders making it in a year has also slowed the process down. So, now this is kind of where I'm at, and we're gonna see what happens for the remainder of 2023. My goal is to just get to a point that I'm confident in every setup that I take. I want to get patient to wait for specific things to happen. But all right, guys, that was kind of a long-winded explanation, but I hope that some of you guys got a good reflection from the video. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will keep you guys updated on when I go again for the next My Forex Funds account.